Not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine is going on.
Well, will Diddy start snitching? He better.
Diddy was talking to the feds.
Because the beautiful thing about these people is that they're all narcissists. Truthfully, they're not loyal to each other at all.
The music industry is no stranger to controversies, but the latest allegations and revelations are shaking its very core. Jay-Z, one of the biggest names in the industry, has found himself at the center of a whirlwind of accusations, lawsuits, and shocking claims. But that's not all. Jaguar Wright, one of the most vocal whistleblowers, is making headlines with her relentless pursuit of exposing the truth. And in today's video, we're diving deep into the connections, accusations, and the potential fallout. Buckle up. First, let's address the lawsuit that's making headlines. Jay-Z has been accused of assaulting a 13-year-old in a legal case linked to Diddy. However, Jay-Z is adamantly denying these claims, insisting that this is nothing more than a blackmail attempt to tarnish his reputation, while his legal team is working to dismiss the allegations. This lawsuit has sparked widespread debate and speculation online.
He is staying on the offensive, going after not only the attorney who filed the rape lawsuit against him and Diddy, that would be Tony Busby, the attorney, but also the accuser. And he has filed a new motion this morning, which we're going to get to in a moment, but basically he wants to level the playing field with the accuser. But first, we got to start with this response that Jay-Z had to the allegation. Catch you up real quick if you hadn't heard, but a woman who had filed a lawsuit against Diddy back in October, alleging that he had raped her at a VMA after party in the year 2000, when she was only 13 years old.
Right. Remember, this is when she allegedly was given a drink. She felt woozy, and there was Diddy, and there was a male celebrity who was unnamed at the time, and also a female celebrity.
Well, that unnamed celebrity is now named. She refiled the lawsuit on Sunday. She and her attorney, Tony Busby, refiled it and named Jay-Z as the unnamed celebrity involved in the rape. Jay-Z's response is extraordinary in that, look, we've seen all these lawsuits against Diddy, dozens of them now at this point, and frequently his response has been to deny it, but to say nothing else. Jay-Z went way more than just denying it. He did do that.
Now entered Jaguar Wright, a former collaborator and one of the most outspoken voices against corruption in the music industry, has been unflinching in her criticism of Jay-Z, accusing him of being complicit in Diddy's alleged crimes and ties to a sex trafficking empire.
Years I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine keeps going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he takes away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a
Cruelty-free artists.
Jaguar Wright reiterated her belief that Jay's attempts to hide his wrongdoings, like allegedly spending vast sums of money to bury damaging interviews, including hers with Piers Morgan, won't save him from the inevitable downfall. She also mentioned him attacking her character in an effort to brand her as unreliable.
Parallels with Diddy not settling with Cassie And Jay-Z not settling with Busby.
It's the exact same thing. And guess what? He's going to be disappointed the exact same way. Because what's happening now is with all the money you've been losing and all of those deals that fell through after Pierce Morgan while you were busy trying to save face when you knew you was going to be named in this suit anyway. Well, what does all of that look like now? 500 million, $500 million lost on $50 joints that don't light up. You gotta be the worst businessman in the world. You had a whole streaming company. You stole everyone's catalog, including mine. Didn't pay anybody for it, and then sold the company without paying anybody. And, I can't stand Onika, but thank you, Nikki, for telling him that he robbed you too, just like he robbed everybody else. This man is a liar and a thief and a charlatan who believes in dark magic. Nasty things, godless things. He's been lying his whole life.
Considering Jay-Z's impending doom, many people think that Diddy might have been the one to snitch to the feds. In fact, rumors of Diddy giving up other celebrities involved in the sex trafficking in exchange for a lighter sentence have been circling for months.
Now, host of Takedown with Chris Hansen. So now we have two people come out saying that Diddy was talking to the feds. Do you think that's true?
Whether it's true or not, and he might have been cooperative in some way, shape, or form, you don't get away with human trafficking unless you give up John Gotti or something like that, and that's not what happened here. I can tell you, Jesse, that this investigation's been going on for a long time, very closely held by HSI, so much so that even some of the agents on the raid a week ago today didn't know whose house they were raiding until they got there. That's how closely held this investigation.
Wow, because there could have been a tip.
Absolutely.
And there are allegations that he was paying law enforcement through his chief of security, which also happened to be Michael Jackson's chief of security.
I don't know if I buy into that. People in Diddy's situation like to have those involved in law enforcement close to them. But that doesn't mean they're taking payoffs. That doesn't mean they're doing big favors. They like that closeness. It's just like how Diddy was able to court Diageo or Estee Lauder. He was very successful in doing that, and that made him a lot of money and gave him credibility outside the hip-hop rap world.
Jaguar Wright says that at this point, Diddy better start snitching if he hasn't already. She also pointed out what could help him the most would be revealing information on the death of Kathy Coriana, White Diddy's mistress, who died while she was pregnant with his child. It is widely believed that she was in fact murdered by Jay-Z because she was going public with their relationship while he was married to Beyoncé.
Start snitching.
Prove it up. Yeah,
He better. He better. The only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White. See, I know you know what happened. Did he? You know that. You and Jay-Z. Down in Vegas in town with Claudia. Why don't you just talk about Kathy? That might help. That might help a lot.
I would say those who don't know who Kathy is.
Kathy Coriana White, Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died 24 hours after she announced she was going public. Their relationship and the baby.
But here's where things get even more interesting. Jaguar Wright suggests that Jay-Z might have had a hand in Diddy's arrest. She claims that Jay-Z has a history of setting people up, comparing Diddy's situation to similar claims she's made about other high-profile figures like R. Kelly. If these allegations hold any weight, it could explain why rumors of Diddy cooperating with the authority have been circulating for months.
See, why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. Like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Who? Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next. Who you
Jay-Z is second now. Why would have such a hard time? He ain't doing shit. He lined up Deke Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his life. Lined up R. Kelly.
Yeah, shout out D. Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
Talk to D. Haven.
We need to talk to you.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone.
Another point Jay-Z raises is Jay-Z's apparent hypocrisy. Before Diddy's legal troubles came to light, Jay-Z was full of praise for him, encouraging fans to idolize Diddy as a role model. But following Diddy's arrest, Jay-Z reportedly distanced himself and changed his tune completely. Jaguar believes this flip-flopping behavior further highlights Jay-Z's guilt and self-preservation tactics. This is another good reason for Diddy to let loose and tell the feds everything about Jay-Z.
I know that's all. You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how I feel. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That cancer shit, that's nothing. I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he started on tape. Just like Diddy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be the one that will give him in the air. And I think it's time for him to start speaking up about his very good friend. Just 9 months ago, you were singing his praises. All that he's done for the culture. And you gotta be crazy like Diddy to make it.
And the lawsuits against Jay-Z may not stop.